whole purpose is to show the process behind like what this looks like from the teaching aspect. Now, you're not in the view, blah blah blah. Just your hands are. Okay, so major chord. Pick any key signature. We'll work from there. Try not to pick hypotheticals like no G sharps. Let's do something within reason.
Okay, so
major
scale then, right?
Okay, A major. How many sharps and flats the key of A?
Oh, key of A.
Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
No.
You just said A major.
Yeah. So
you can pick any major.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So no, but that's just kind of it's major. Okay, so I hate always going C, but let's go F.
Okay, cool.
Because it has a B flat, right?
So. It does. So where is that on the clef? At least the G clef. Where does that fall? Top line, bottom line, middle line.
Middle line.
Middle line. Wonderful. So F major is also what relative minor?
F major, relative minor, B flat. No,
cool.
No. F.
You're jumping around, but yeah, you're in the right.
Major C, C.
You're in the right zone. Check this out. Let's just write out F. Ready?
D.
Let's write. Yes. Let's write this out 4 times. Ready? F G A B C D E B C. And now let's write out D. D E F G A B C D E F G A B C. Build it for me. How many sharps and flats in the key of F?
The B flat, one flat.
Cool. Take away that one flat. How many flats are in the key of F sharp then?
6.
Watch it. F major. Take away the one flat. How many flats?
6.
You got it. 6. So what we have is here the one note that twasn't is now the only note that is the natural. And I'm not going to write natural because it gets silly confusing, right? So in the key of F major and F sharp major, we both have a D. What's the relative minor in the key of F?
D.
Cool.
Yeah.
D. D major has 2 sharps, correct?
Yes.
So when we do our classification of what makes a minor, and a major, there are 3 ways. We can either draw it out and look on the circle fifths and go C, G, D, A, E, B, and go through the whole process and say, well, F is here, so 4 notes away, relative minor.
Oh, okay.
Right. So what's the relative minor of A? C. What's the relative minor of G? E minor, right. So when we have one sharp, we know that's either E minor or this. So when I see this key signature and you see this, we see this as being F2, yeah, it's F major and D minor, for sure. So the other way to do this is to do what we're doing up top here, and that's when you see the key signature, just quite literally flatten the median, flatten the 6th, flatten the 7th. Do you see how the major of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 becomes 1, 2, flat 3,
right.
4, 5, flat 6, flat 7? That's the reason why there's one flat in the key of D minor and in its relative major. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the concept behind this is if you were to take this and just take this right here and say, hey, how do you flatten the 3, 6, and 7 in the key of F sharp? You would have F sharp major, G sharp minor, A.
Yeah, it'll be regular A.
Yeah.
And then B.
B, and what type? It didn't change. It's which scale degree? It's the 4, yeah?
4th, yeah.
So the 5.
So Lydian, so then the dominant.
Yeah, Lydian. Now mixed Lydian, no changearoo. And then how about here?
Yeah, so that becomes D.
Yes, it does. It diminishes by a half step.
And then E.
For sure. So what we see here is the reason why A major and F sharp minor have the same key signature is because they share this. So the
okay.
You making the connection?
Yeah.
Minors are in their own state of awesomeness. Now, the thing we're making is called the natural minor because it naturally falls within the major key as the 6th.
Right.
Dig it?
Yeah.
And the reason why it makes sense is because that 6th note is called the major 6th. The triad that is formed from that is called a minor triad, right? That's why it is rather confusing.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha,
right?
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So, like, the whole reason why we're going through this is to see that the things we've been doing, like saying, cool, we're in the key of F right now. If I put this note right here and I said, let's just look at the key of F minor through the eyes of F major, we would have to do what?
Well, so that would be natural? No.
Well, if I'm going to F natural here, this natural now changes to a F sharp. The A right here has no marking. I don't need to change it. And then C right here needs to be a C sharp. The reason why we use accidentals primarily in minors is because most of the alterations to that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 occur in a minor.
Right.
And then what I want you to understand here is the natural classification that we have here of these deprives the ear of the T-do. It's ta-do. It's a whole step away. Therefore, the expectation of resolution is lessened. Make sense?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the same gravitas. So we picked what key? We picked the key of
What do we say? F.
F.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's view it through the eyes of its minor. And there's your 3 chord, right? Why did I call that a 3 chord? And that's an. Oh, it's a 1 chord. The major would have sounded a little different. Jumping into harmonic. So check this out. Let's spell from the 1.
Okay, so F.
Nay.
Oh. From the
The other white meat. What's the shared key?
What did we just say? D, right?
Yeah, you betcha. So it's a D minor.
Right.
Cool. Our next one, in a major key, we would have had our here, I shouldn't do that. Those are diminished notes. Ding, ding, ding. In our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, that was our diminished, right? So when we have a 6 chord and then a 7 chord, it's still going to be that diminished.
Right.
It still has the feeling of that because the notes in the key signature make that. So that E most definitely is going to be built off as a bit dim. What's our 3 chord? Well, it's exactly what we just said it was. It's our F major. That makes our 4th chord a major or minor sonority. What kind of a tendency does that minor third, or does that major or minor third have? Does it pull towards dissonance or does it pull toward a consonant?
So that's actually, that would be the 2nd, right? So that would be a minor.
It is, absolutely. And we mark it as such, minor 4. That's our G. Yeah, it feels like a minor, doesn't it? Tertiarily, what's your first harmony there? How many minor seconds are between the F and the A? Or I'm sorry, the A and the C.
How many minor seconds?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Cool.
3.
So it's a minor. Shoots.
Yeah.
And then how about our 6th scale degree? We're building off of the minor. D, E. Just play root in there. D, E, F, G, A. What's our next note? It's not going to be a natural. It's going to be the only flat in the key. There you go. And then is the sonority a major or a minor? What's the chord construction?
This should be a major.
It is. Absolutely. Coolness. And then what is our 7th scale position?
That would be C minor.
Right on. Ooh. You're saying minor, you're feeling major.
Well, yeah.
Right on. So yeah, our 7th scale degree will be major as well. Do you see how this is still F major, G minor, A? It's still
Yeah.
but we're viewing it through the eyes of the D. So charismatically, I like to see it 2 different ways. When I'm playing something that feels like it's in a minor chord, I try to think of it as a minor.
Right.
Reason being, it's easier to associate the notes that you're going to want to play because you now know how to feel the minor chords, or should I say the minor scales and the minor modus. When we have these chords, let's just do quick chord construction, ready? D, F, A is a minor.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's mark it as such. What is our next?
D would, so that would be diminished, right?
Ooh, what are you feeling here? E to G sharp is a major third. And then it would need to go to a B sharp to be an augmented. So augmented is definitely out. Major's out because E, G sharp is out. So it must be a minor of some sort. It felt like the Doors. Do, 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 do. E, G, and then we don't have B. We don't have a minor. We have exactly what you said. You betcha. It's a diminished. For sure. What's our 3rd? F?
And so that would be F major.
You betcha. So we've got a major. Our 4th?
So that would be minor.
And why is it minor?
B
B flat. It's in the key sign. Cool. So you're associating B flat, G minor, D major. Dig it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's our sixth? I'm sorry, fifth?
So what's that? That's A minor too.
Mm-hmm. So it's a minor again. What's our sixth chord?
So it's B flat major.
Yep. And how do you spell that?
B flat, D, F.
Cool. How do you spell a B major?
B major.
Cool. You still have an augmented fifth on there. Drop that down a half step
On the fifth.
to a black key. Pinky, black key. Wunderbar! How do you spell that?
Oh, so this would be C, D, F sharp.
Ooh.
So B. Right?
Yeah, and harmonically, what is this note though?
Was that a major third?
It is, but what do we name it tonally? What is its tonal note? You're now in the register of 4, I believe, or no, 5. You're reaching.
Well, so D sharp.
Yeah, cool. So, in my mind, I always try to remember B flat, D, F, B, D sharp, F sharp.
Oh, okay.
And it's just that flip. It is our weird one. On the piano, all of our triads are based off of having a perfect 1 and 5, no matter where we go, right? Right? Except for these two sillies. Always. So this one becomes our major. And then what's our last preference? What's our sonority? What's the quality of the chord? What does it feel like?
So C now is. Right, so that would be major.
Yeah, C, E, G. And not that we're going to do chord analysis, but being able to say in natural minor or do chord analysis, you don't have to go very far, do you?
Yeah.
It's the same key as F. You would know that C is the 5th in the key of F. You just now have to feel it as the 7th.
Yeah.
It gets weirder when you start playing like the note in between, and you still play it as a major or you make it something weird. Here's where it gets interesting for here. Add the 7th for each one of these. What's the note that gets added to the minor? D, F, A.
On C.
You betcha. What does that make D, F, A, C? And let me give you a little hint. All music is viewed through the eyes in the major. So while we're seeing D minor with a C in there, we have to think D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So what does that make the C in comparison to D in a major?
So it'd be like a D minor 7, right?
Yeah. So D minor 7 is just that Dom 7. We're putting it there. The only reason why I'm not putting it as a absolute Dom 7, it doesn't possess a major third. Dig it? That would be representative of our 5 dominant.
Okay,
Right. Cool. So it doesn't matter. There's a lot of 7ths that float around music. It's just so hard to remember them all. You just always want to use the most descriptive way of saying it. I would never just say 7.
Right.
Because what am I referring to? Where? The interval 7? The type of chord? The distance in between? Blah, blah, blah. What's the next one? What do we put as well as with E, G, B flat, having our dim there?
Right, so that would be the 7 big D, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then what does that make? Through the eyes of the E major. Spell E major.
Or E major.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 under, 2 blacks. There it is. There it is. E, G sharp, B. That's our 1, 3, 5.
Right.
And how many sharps and flats are there in the key of E?
4.
There are. What are they?
So E, F sharp, G sharp.
And look at the clef while you're doing it so it associates. F sharp. What's the next one when we do it? You got it.
E sharp.
Oh, hold on. Go in order. F. F, G, A, B.
Yeah, F, G, yeah, F sharp, G sharp.
Hold on. F sharp. F, G, A, B.
Oh, C sharp.
You betcha. Right there. And then.
G sharp.
You betcha.
D sharp.
You got it. When you say them in order, it's much easier to get to the conclusion. When you get to when you're like, how many sharps are in the key of F? There's none. How many flats? There's B flat. When you move it down, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp. The reason why it's easier to just know is because when you do stuff like C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, they're all sharps. You just you say sharp with it. But to think of it practically while playing, that's a harder story. When you put them in order, it just makes sense to view it as quadrants. C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp. Dig it?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, circle of fifths. So when we're doing this, what does that make this?
Wait, no, what are we doing? This is
Oh, the 7th. What is the D?
it's minor 7, right?
It is. So when we do it, it's still a dim, but it makes it a dim 7 because the minor is implied through the concept of the D. It has a dim, it has a flat 3 and a flat 5. Yeah? FAC, major triad. And then what is the A on top? Or I'm sorry, not the A, the E.
The E. So that would be the major 7.
You got it. Look how gorgeous that is. Minor 7, dim 7, major 7. Beautiful, huh? How about this one? Yeah.
Right, so that's going to be a minor 7.
And then what is that note up top?
F.
You betcha. ACE adds on what note?
A G.
It does. And what does that make the A minor?
That'll be a minor 7.
It is. Gorgeous. What is that with the A on top?
So that'll be the major 7.
It is. No minor, so it's not a minor major, it's just a major 7. You know, I'm in the school of thought too, maybe crossing the 7s and putting that, but then again, there's, you know, just way too much going on. And then lastly, what do we have here?
Major 7.
Yeah, and what do we add? What note?
The B. Oh, wait, hold on.
Boom. There you go. I knew you were going to hit it.
Yeah,
So what we have here is, what is C to E? What kind of dyad is that, and what kind of harmony does it form?
C to E is a major.
It is. So this is our capital M, and then what does this represent?
The minor 7 or dominant 7.
Yeah, so we've got a Dom 7. You could write a major dominant 7, or you could do minor major 7. I prefer to kind of write it like, we know what a minor major 7 is.
Yeah.
Or a major minor 7, right? The chord construction is still based off of this idea. Major third, this is a dissonance.
Okay. Right.
You got it.
Right, because it was major here, minor there.
You betcha. So crash course. Every time you take these and you go D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and then D, that is natural minor. When you alter any of these notes, you create harmonic minor and melodic minor. We're going to talk about melodic minor as our wrap-up. Harmonic minor adds what tone?
Harmonic minor adds the 7th, right? Major 7. No.
Does. Major 7th. So in the key of D major, what do we have? D, E, F sharp.
Right.
G, A, B, C sharp. So we have this now. This has just turned the minor third and then the minor 6. Now we have a major 7.
Right.
That alters every single one of these chords. Now, you don't have to think too hard about this, but every other chord is going to have them. You know what I mean? And at this point, it fundamentally changes all of our chords. Not too terribly bad, but just a bit. When we do this, it changes the way that we feel basically our middle structures. And the idea behind the natural minors, they're named the same modally as they are in the majors. So you don't have to remember what they are. It was still Dorian, Phrygian, Ionian, Dorian, Locrian, Ionian, right? When we do this, harmonic minor changes to different mode, and we'll do this in another time, but I want to do our melodic minor today. So you ready? We're not only just going to do, oh, good till Christmas. So we're not only just going to do this, but we're going to add that. What does that make our D, F, A, and a C sharp? Ooh.
So what is that, a D minor major 7, right?
Minor major 7. Yes, sir. What about our E, G, B flat, and D? Does it alter it at all? I don't think we heard any alteration, did we? Nice. Rather than having just a major chord, we now have what type of chord?
So the augmented?
You betcha! It has a sharp one, and now what are we adding it to? What does that E do for us?
Ooh.
Yeah, disgusting, isn't it?
So that would be so that's a major 7.
Yeah. So augmented major 7.
Yeah.
There's many different ways to write it. I like parentheses, it shows me major. You could write the whole thing out. Augmented major 7. Works. If you drop that note, you'd have a half. Or fully, sorry. Cool, so what's the next one? What's our 4 scale degree? Did it change? Did it alter?
4.
We don't have a C,
No.
do we?
Yeah.
So we've got a minor. And what's that? That sounds like a minor major. We need a minor dominant. Is that an F?
Yeah.
Huh. That's gorgeous. Why am I hearing that? Can you play B, D, F for me? Or B flat, D, F? Oh yeah, major. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Crazy. See? I don't hear and see everything. Awesome. So this one has the major 7th on there, eh? Or the dominant.
Dominant.
Yeah. So it's the minor 7. Nice. All right, what's our next one? Here's where it gets fun. Yeah.
So that's major minor, right?
Yes, major minor 7.
That's a nice one.
Yummy, isn't it? Right after that chord, right after that minor 7, boom. Or minor dom 7. You could also call, dom 7. Cool.
Right, so the B flat doesn't change, right?
Yeah, B flat doesn't change at all. You still have what chord?
Oh, is this major? Yeah, major with a minor. No, major.
Yeah, major, and then what's the A in addition?
It's the major 7.
Is it yeah, it's a major 7. You got it. And now, how fun, how fun. What does this make this?
See.
Yum, yucky, yum, yum, yum.
Diminished.
Yeah. So we've got this kind of diminished, altered chord. What is the B flat in relativity? You know?
Right, yeah, so the B flat is going to be the minor 7. No, wait, what the heck? No.
You
Okay, how do
still
say that?
think now check it out. You still think through the eyes of C. You still altered that one note. The alteration is the alteration. C major is C, E, G. B natural is still the 7th of C. You just now are exhibiting 2 clustered tones that utilize minor seconds on both sides, which means now that your major 7ths are the opposite of that, you have a lot of room to work with. Cool? Right on. So here's where it gets kind of interesting as well. The next thing we do is view this as these are the modus that we play. These all have different names. When you go through natural minor, each one of them progressively goes to different modus names. We're going to catch this one on the flip side today. What I want to do, as I was talking about, was get to the melodic minor and then let your brain just feast on that all week. Through correlation to this, it changed these, right? We have a major 5 now. We have a diminished 7. All right, we could even put the extensions here. Each one of these would have 7. Going through the process of seeing this again, what is the note that we now make natural in a D harmonic minor to make melodic minor?
So we changed the 3rd, right?
That's always going to be for any minor anything. There's only one thing in music that I know of that doesn't work with that. It's called Napoleon major. It has a minor 3rd. Or if that's vice versa. Napoleon minor has a major 3rd. That's it. Because of the way you lay out the intervals of those modes, it just so happens that it's a brain fart. And I can't explain it right now in my own theory.
Wait, no, some melodic, right? So what does it
This
change?
is melodic, yeah.
Wait, so minor, does it change the 3rd or the 6th?
Well, it would change that 6th portion, wouldn't it? So our B flat now becomes a B natural. Still have the harmonic minor leading tone. It still stays in as a major 7th. That is an altered.
So
here,
okay, right. That's
Isn't that a
minor 3rd, major 6, or minor 3rd, natural 6, major 7.
doesn't that break your brain? So really, the only difference between Ionian and melodic minor is you're giving it a minor tonality in that first consonant. You're changing it to build tension. Therefore, it changes that this place is where you feel the tension going to your resolution, or your 2 stabler chords.
Right.
Part of the foundation of the consonants. So let's alter them. B natural. And do you need natural signs in here? No, but when I'm doing melodic minor in the beginning, I put all of my alterations because when we play them on the staff, you're going to want to put those alterations. You're not going to want to leave, what are we in, D? So you're not going to want to leave any of these notes without a natural sign, or else it throws off the brain. All right, let's hear these. Let's see. What does that make the first one? Does it alter it or change it in any way?
Nope.
Cool, so we still have what type of chord?
Minor major.
We got a minor. Oh, that's a horrible pen. That's our bond chord. The reason why this feels so super groovy is when you play this, we'll get to this in a second, it's what I want to end on. Because we shift over a note and we play something called a mode, the next mode would be called Dorian flat 2. You know that in C major we've got... So Dorian is just this, right? Well, D Dorian flat 2
tension and dissonance that's created just by that one tone. Yes. What's the next one? What do we have?
I think it's like the ending chord of
Every James Bond film.
no, I wanted that Dream Theater song too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Shoot, I think it's I actually can't think. It's the first song off of Octavarium. Anyway, Root of All Evil.
Root of All Evil.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm pretty sure the ending chord is that something like that.
Nice. I'll look it up.
Okay, so now
So the next one we created has a B natural. What does an EGB make? What type of triad is that?
that is a E minor.
Yeah. E minor, and then what's the D? We don't have a D sharp, so it's not a 7. We have a D natural.
Yes, it's a minor 7.
It is? How about our third chord?
So that does not change, right?
Well, we have our FAC, so this one's not going to be moving. We still have what type of chord?
This is a major.
Yeah.
Major, yeah.
With the major 7, augmented major 7. You have a major 3rd, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got your shot 5. Our 4th chord here. What happened now to our G minor?
So I think G major.
Yeah, that's a huge change. Extremely huge, right? And what is that F in comparison?
The F is a minor.
Cool.
Minor 7.
So we have a major,
Minor.
minor 7. What about our 5 chord? Is it still a major? Did the B change any of that?
No, that's nothing.
Cool. Still stays as itself. We have a major, minor again, or a major dominant. We have a 7 chord. We also can name these as just Dom 7. Don't be fooled. Even though Dom 7s feel like they should be the 5th of some chord, that's what it is. It's a dominant chord which gives towards that. What is our next chord? What is our 6th?
Right, so it's gonna be let's see, minor. Yeah, minor. Right? Oh wait.
What key?
Oh, this is the
Yeah.
half diminished.
Yeah, there you go. So we've got the 7 chord, which is a diminished. So we need to drop this to a minor and put it diminished. You betcha.
Yeah.
And then what is that note over the top?
It's a minor 7.
It is. Nice. And then what about our next chord here?
Same thing basically.
Yeah, we got our C sharp, E, G, and then B natural. What does that feel like?
So it's
C sharp, E sharp, G sharp is a major chord. So when we flatten the 3 and 5, we get a diminish, right?
Right.
What is our chord in correlation to that?
Right, so this right here is. Wait, no, what am I doing? C sharp. Hello. So it's the same thing, right? It's a diminished.
It is. The first one was a half dim, and this is an altered dim. It has the tendency to go both ways. If you play C sharp, E, G, and B flat, what does that feel like? It's full. Now go back over to the B. There you go, half a root. So the idea is we have the same kind of construction here, but we're having our diminished and 7, and this is what we considered our alt chord. So the modus that come out of these, I would like you this week to play any chord that is derived by altering the heck out of that natural minor. So pick any of these chords right now.
Do the B.
Cool. So play that out on the left hand. B natural, D natural, F natural, and A natural. And with this other hand, exhibit yourself by going. And that's your melodic minor. And then hear what your dyads sound like over a chord in the key, right? Ooh, that's wrong note. Hear what those sound like and shift it. The next one becomes D, it becomes E Dorian, flat 2. Hear how just melody and music comes out of just these? The next one is called F, it's Lydian, right? D, E, F, we have F Lydian augmented. What does that mean? What does Lydian mean?
So sharp 4th.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our sharp 4, because we know there's supposed to be a B flat. And then we have what? A sharp
That's the C.
5, yeah. The 5th is the one we augment. It makes sense because that refers to like even our chord construction. Right? And then when you continue with those notes, don't those sound great?
Yeah.
And then the next one is G. We have G, Lydian, dominant. What is Lydian? Sharp 4. What is dominant? Flat 7. You betcha. So if you play, and then playing with those notes in by themselves as melodies, or as dyads, as harmonies, or triads, yeah. And hear how you're just playing one chord structure? You can change that chord and keep the melody on that mode, and then alter it so it feels. Yeah, that's wonderful, brother. So the next idea and the concept would be to go through the next 2 modes on your own. I'm sorry, we're out of time. The half diminished goes up from here, right? So 1, 2, this is our F, G, A. This is our A half diminished. They all sound great to me.
Yeah, no, that sounded good.
Cool.
Take a picture of this.
You have fun today?
Yes.
Oh no! Almost lost it. Right on. Delving into the world of melodic minor is fun. Very much so. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this at home and it made sense. Aloha.
Thank you.